Okay, this is like very like anticlimactic for like all my questions, but you know, like I don't give a fuck about any of that stuff because like I already know the answers.
Okay.
So have you ever heard of a music genre called black metal? It's like satanic like metal music. It's like super slow.
Heavy
satanic.
metal, death metal. I don't know.
It's
There's
all,
so many genres
yeah,
of music.
True,
it's hard to keep up with
true.
it all.
But okay, but there's another genre of metal. It's Christian metal. It's metal, but they use like Christian undertones.
Yeah.
So what do you think about if they made a new genre of metal, taking away like black metal, all the satanic like bullshit, like blah 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 from that, but it was like evil sounding, like horrible, horrifying, like music, but it was like praising like Jesus and shit like that.
Well, that's what heavy metal Christian music is, and I got to say, I'm a musician. That isn't my thing. I don't like electric guitars and heavy drums. Also, it just isn't. It isn't for me. Now the lyrics are really good. I've heard some lyrics. Sometimes it's hard to understand. It's just like Jesus, you can't understand hardly any of it. That's a big thing. But you know, if you read the album, you go, oh yeah, Jesus died for my sins or whatever it would be. Yeah, that's biblical.
All right. So
I don't really like classical music either.
Yeah, me neither.
So yes, sure.
If Jesus died for my sins, why shouldn't I like fuck it up and sin a lot? Because like make it worth his death.
What if we just have another Jesus, Jesus who died for our sins?
That's actually a really good question, but it's what they call a loaded question.
Oh.
Because you know what I mean? Kind of like if I ask somebody, did you kill your mother with a baseball bat before you buried her in the backyard? Like, what? I didn't kill my mother. So it's a load. You get that? Yeah. So one, I don't know that Jesus died for your sins.
But didn't you just say that?
No, he died for sinners. So I don't know if he died specifically for. Yeah, it's called.
I feel a little betrayed by Jesus.
It's called particular atonement. So in other words, Jesus died for his sheep. He died for those who would repent and trust him. Now, if you came today and said, I believe in Jesus, I repent of my sins, I want to give my life to Jesus, however you would say it, you've given up your sin. So I trust in Jesus. And I go, yeah, now I can say, oh, he died for your sins. Personally.
Do you think they're actually going to arrest you?
I don't feel ready to give up having sex with women.
Well, yeah, and the Bible talks about, says that you're an enemy of God through wicked works in your mind, because you love your sin.
I do. Yeah, I love my sin.
And that's how I was. So God's got to change your mind. You can't change your mind.
I can still love my sin and still believe in Jesus and I'm saved.
No. No, it says, if you love me, keep my commandments.
Okay,
remember he said that?
I got another.
So if you're not keeping his commandments, you don't love him, right? And,
I got one more. So this is like another like hypothetical in your words, and
sure,
overhearing, don't interpret this the wrong way. But so transgender people, right?
Yeah, I use the quotations,
sure,
transgender. There's no trans.
So how would you feel if a transgender woman, in your eyes, not a woman, but in my eyes,
it's a man who's dressed like a woman.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
And how would you feel if they had sex with another woman? They're trans lesbians. Would you be okay with that technically? Is that like more okay than just like?
Are you talking about in marriage or outside of marriage?
They're
married. Okay.
So a trans
and were they married under God?
To a cis woman.
Were they married under God? Is that the condition?
They could be. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. That's pretty sketchy right there. So you're saying, oh, I'm trans and I'm a Christian. So you don't want to be a hypocrite about it. So there's a lot of ifs.
Does the God say anything against being trans?
No. You can be gay. You can be gay and be Christian.
No, that's an oxymoron.
You are still a sinner and you are still Christian. Are you?
You're a sinner.
You can just say, oh, well, it's kind of like somebody said earlier. I can't remember who it was. Maybe they're still here. I don't know. But they said, can I just continue to sin? The Bible addresses that in the book of Romans. I think it's chapter 13. Says why would we continue to sin? That grace may abound. So it's like if a really rich uncle gave you like $10 billion and you're just filthy rich, and then you go up to his house after you've given all this stuff, cars and all this money and a house, and you sneak into his house and you steal some stuff. I mean, why on earth would you do that? Could you do that?
Yeah, I just got to know though.
You could.
Is it okay?
But why would you do that?
I just have to know before I leave and go to homework. Is it okay for a trans girl to have sex with a biological woman, as you call them, a cis girl, and under marriage, under a Christian?
Yeah, I don't think it's right because you couldn't have if you were a Christian, you wouldn't identify as trans. You would say, I'm a man, I'm a woman. Because that's how God made us. He didn't make us trans. That's just all. It's all an illusion.
Okay,
it's all make believe.
He doesn't have pronouns.
Oh,
No, not a single pronoun.
He doesn't.
He doesn't have not
There-
a single pronoun.
Three.
No pronouns whatsoever.
Abortion is murder. Those are my three
Abortion
pronouns.
doesn't have
Dude,
pronouns.
the pronouns.
Oh, yeah, the question.
The pronouns
Oh, yeah.
of all time.
Get you one of those.
They are now.
Fuck attack
I just
helicopter.
I just
My
pretended
pronouns
that
are-
they were. Now they are, right?
Well,
So I can pretend too.
Yeah, abortion.
Yeah.
British
No,
are
she and he and they are all pronouns, regardless.
Okay, goddamn, I have to go. Holy shit.
And
All right,
I-
thanks for your
I is
patience
also
and
a
good
pronoun.
questions. Take care.
believe in pronouns.
But the thing is, you can't speak English
Yeah,
without
yeah.
using them.
In kindergarten, we would pretend.
Yeah, we.
In
That's a
kindergarten,
pronoun. We
in
is a personal
kindergarten.
pronoun.
But this is college, so why are people pretending?
Because
Because we're grown-ups,
Because
right?
we're,
Why are we
because we're
pretending?
the pronoun we are.
Pretending.
because I'm not
Yeah.
pretending. I actually believe in
You're deceived is what the problem is. So the God of this world is blinded your mind. As I'm praying that God would change your mind even now. Wouldn't that'd be an awesome sight? Just that you dropped your sign and just said, confess Jesus as Lord. Right now, I just